Hey guys, today me and Tammy are going to be trying two Lindt products sent to us by Mona, so thank you Mona. One is the, and the reason we're doing these are two different items, but they're both by the same company. One is the classic recipe White Peppermint Candy Bar, so we're going to be trying that. And I'm going to hand that to Tammy. And we're also going to be trying these classic chocolate brownie mix, and we're going to try the brownies with those two to see how they work out. The mix is a little complicated, not complicated, but it's a little more steps involved than just putting butter and mixing it up and putting it in a pan. So it's just know that there's more to it. So what you need is, you need a pan, like a brown, we call this the brownie pan. This is an 8x8 pan. You need cooking spray, of course. You need 5 tablespoons of butter, and I'm gonna end up cutting that into pieces, but it's fine for right now. You want 3 eggs at room temperature, just let them sit out. And you need some parchment paper. It says it's optional, but then it says to use it in the directions. How's that optional? So I think if you don't have parchment paper, that was pretty. If you don't have parchment paper, you're just gonna degrease your pan really good. So what we've done is grease the pan. And what you wanna do, since I do have parchment paper, I'm just gonna stick it in here. That's good enough for right now. And then you spray the parchment paper. Real quick, spray, and we're done with cooking spray. Okay, so what you want to do is you want to preheat your oven to 325, and you want to have the oven rack in the middle position, so that's where we got it at. And inside here there are literally 2 70% cocoa candy bars, which I'm going to end up chopping up, and a brownie mix. That's what you get in the box. I'm going to fold this like that. Okay, so what I'm going to do first is we're going to melt these in the microwave, the chocolate bars, because you got to melt this with the butter. So what I'm going to do is I've got a big bowl to mix up the actual mix, and I've got a smaller bowl I'm going to melt my chocolate in, and I'm going to open these up and chop them into this bowl. And I don't think it has to be super small pieces, but you know, just get it kind of broken up. I can probably break up some of it in here, in the smaller, in at least the squares. So I'm gonna get this all broken up, and I'm actually just gonna take my butter and use my knife and just cut it into like smaller hunks of pieces. And then basically what you're gonna do is you're gonna put it in the, you can do this on the stovetop too, but I'm gonna do it in the microwave. You put the bowl in a microwave safe, you put the chocolate in a microwave safe bowl, which this is. You put it in on 75% power, and then run it for like 15-20 seconds at a time, and then stir it, and then do another 15-20 seconds, and then stir it, and until it's all melted. All right, as you can see, I'll tell you, come over here. This is my chocolate melted in the microwave. It's very smooth and creamy. So I'm gonna let that sit and cool off right here in this bowl while I'm doing the other part. So I need my 3 eggs, and I'm gonna whisk them. And then now we mix in our brownie mix. Whisk in the melted chocolate mixture and mix until it's just combined. So I take that as meaning until there's no more yellow, basically. And then so now what we do is we spread it into and it's poured into the pan. All right, they just came out of the oven. This was 35 minutes, so that's the minimum time. You can see it's firm in the middle, it's set. So it says to let these cool completely before removing them from the pan, and then when you remove them from the pan, you cut them on a cutting board. So, or just lay them down with the parchment paper and cut them. So anyway, let them cool completely before you remove it though. It's cooled off, so I'm just going to take this out, just grab it and pull. Oh, popped right out of there. And it is greasy on the bottom, so remember that. So lay it on a cutting board or something.
You want to try the brownie first?
Sure. Which one?
I'll take a bite of the same one.
Right. You can have first bite. That way if they're really bad, you can go. Keel over.
I've never had a box brownie mix like that. Never. I think it's delicious. Yeah. Guido's getting a drink, so if you hear that chink, 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 people ask me, what is that? That is him getting a drink. I think that is absolutely delicious. I love the texture of it. I was afraid when we opened the box and I saw 70% cocoa. I was scared to death that it was going to be bitter and dark, but it's not at all, is it? You think it is? Oh, I don't think so.
It's the traditional.
I don't think so.
The traditional box brownie that we usually buy, you know, like a Betty Crocker or something like that. It's much sweeter.
It is sweeter,
and it's not as dark chocolatey as this. This is not bad. It's not bitter. It's just not sweet, I guess is really the.
I think it's absolutely delicious.
They're good, and they have more of a cake-like consistency. I personally wouldn't eat it.
I'm crazy about that.
I personally wouldn't eat any more of them because they're not sweet enough for me, but they're okay.
I love them. Love them, Mono.
They're not bad, but they're not sweet for me.
Yeah, if they sold those in the stores, see, I would want to get those. Now, we would disagree because he wouldn't want to get those.
Get all you want.
And
I just wouldn't eat them.
Exactly. They aren't as sweet as your typical brownie.
Right.
I admit that freely, but I love the flavor
Yeah,
of those.
they're okay. Like I said, they're not bad. They're not super bitter like a dark chocolate candy bar. But you don't. I guess it's not bitter because of the chocolate. It's just not sweet because it doesn't have sweet. You know what I mean?
Right.
It's not that it's bitter because of chocolate. It's just not sweet.
Okay.
I'm used to super sugary sweet.
This is the White Peppermint. It is creamy, smooth, white chocolate with pieces of peppermint.
10 squares is $230.
And there are little bitty squares. There's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5,
Right.
5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30. There are 30 small squares
So 3
there.
servings. Result.
And
So that's half a serving right there, what you broke off. Good peppermint flavor. Good creamy
I
chocolate.
love the white chocolate. That white chocolate is very creamy.
I hate to say it, but it reminds me of a Hershey's Kiss. A white chocolate Hershey's Kiss. A little bit.
I think this is better.
It is better, but that flavor and texture reminds me of the Hershey's Kiss.
Yeah, this is,
It is better though.
oh yeah, this is much creamier than a Hershey's Kiss.
And the
Much,
Hershey's
much
Kiss
creamier.
tends to hurt your throat a little bit.
No, this doesn't, and the candy, I love that peppermint flavor. That is unbelievable. That is so good.
It's really good.
I love that. That's really, really good. I would get that. That's something else that I would get again and again.
Yeah, I'm not eating that one.
But I love the brownies, Mona. I'm really crazy about them, and I love that you. They're just perfect, and they're good to. Those are good brownies where you can pick them up and they're not going to fall apart, and they're not. I don't know. They're just really nice brownies. So so thank you for both of these. Really appreciate it. You were reading. I'm thanking Mona.
Thank you. It was very good.
So,
Even the brownies were good, but they just weren't sweet.
they just weren't your favorite.
They weren't my sweetness, but the white chocolate was excellent.
So thank you. I hope everyone else enjoyed these. I say if you can get these, then get them and try them yourself.
Yeah, definitely try them.
They're delicious. So I'm going to have a picture of both of these at the end. And thanks for watching.